If you're thinking about buying a home in the Shreveport-Bossier area, chances are you're going to run into an HOA at some point. And the second people hear HOA, reactions tend to go one of two ways. Some people love the idea. They love order, structure, and predictability, while others may think, absolutely not. I will not have someone tell me what to do with my own property. But the truth is, HOA communities aren't automatically good or bad. They're simply structured neighborhoods with shared standards and shared responsibilities. So today, we're going to walk through the pros and cons of HOAs, specifically here in Shreveport-Bossier, and more importantly, how to decide whether an HOA community fits your lifestyle before you ever even make an offer, because clarity before closing is what protects you later. Now, if you've heard horror stories about HOAs online, just remember, not all HOAs operate the same way. Some are highly structured. Some are very relaxed, and many fall somewhere in between. Context truly matters. First, let's define what an HOA actually is. An HOA, Homeowners Association, is an organization within a neighborhood that manages common areas and helps maintain certain standards throughout the community. In Shreveport-Bossier, HOAs are common in newer construction subdivisions, gated communities, neighborhoods with amenities, and some higher-end developments. Older neighborhoods may have no HOA at all. Let's start with the pros. One of the biggest advantages of an HOA is consistency. HOAs often have guidelines around things like lawn maintenance, exterior paint colors, roof upkeep, fence types, and parking regulations. The purpose isn't to control homeowners, it's to protect the overall appearance of the neighborhood. And that consistency can help protect property values. For buyers who value order and predictable surroundings, the structure can feel reassuring. Another major benefit is amenities. Let me give you two real examples from listings that I've had. In Willow Ridge, the HOA fee is about $1,250 per year, but that includes lake access, a community pool, tennis and pickleball courts, a clubhouse, and gated entrances. That's a lifestyle component. You're not just paying for rules, you're paying for shared amenities and maintained features that would cost significantly more if you try to replicate them privately. Now compare that to another property that I've listed in Town South, where the HOA fee is only about $110 per year. That HOA primarily covers maintenance of the entry sign and common grounds. Very different structure, very different cost, and very different expectations. So when people ask, are HOA fees worth it? The honest answer is, well, you do get what you pay for. And really quick, if you're watching this because you're considering relocating to the Shreveport-Bossier area and you're trying to understand the neighborhoods and get a feel for the community from a distance, well, I've created a relocation guide just for you to help make your decision and your move more smooth and informed. You can download it for free in the description below. All right, now back to HOAs. Let's talk about the concerns people usually have. The first is dues. HOA fees vary widely. Some are modest, some are substantial, and those dues are mandatory. So they need to be factored into your total monthly or your annual housing budget. But the key is understanding what those dues cover. Are you paying for a pool, a security gate, private amenities? Are you paying for entry, landscaping, and neighborhood signage? Those are two very different value propositions. Another concern is restrictions. Most HOAs have governing documents called CC&Rs, which is covenants, conditions, and restrictions. These outline what homeowners can and cannot do. They may include approval requirements for exterior changes, fence guidelines, restrictions on commercial vehicles, and even rules about short-term rentals. Now here's something important. Don't let a strict sounding CC&R document automatically steer you away. Sometimes those documents are written broadly, but may not be aggressively enforced. One of the smartest things you can do is drive around the neighborhood. Look around and see, are the homes consistent? Are there obvious violations? Does it feel heavily regulated or fairly relaxed? Seeing the real-life condition of a neighborhood tells you a lot about how active or strict those HOAs actually are. And this is where having the right realtor does matter. Before you make an offer on a home in an HOA community, your realtor can assist you in obtaining the HOA documents, including the CC&Rs, so you can review them ahead of time. That way, you're not guessing. You're not surprised later. You're making a decision with information in hand. My goal is always to help buyers understand what they're agreeing to before they commit, not after. Because the right HOA for one person may feel restricted to another. Fit really does matter. Another factor people don't consider is resale. In some price ranges and developments in Shreveport-Bossier, HOA communities are very appealing to buyers who want predictability and amenities. In other cases, some buyers specifically seek non-HOA neighborhoods. Understanding who your likely future buyer might be is part of thinking strategically. Again, there's no good or bad, it's just informed. Here's what I want you to take away from this. HOAs are simply structured communities with shared expectations and shared costs. For some buyers, that structure provides stability, amenities, and peace of mind. For others, flexibility is way more important. The key isn't avoiding HOAs, it's understanding them. What do the dues cover? How active is enforcement? And do the restrictions align with my specific lifestyle? When you answer those questions clearly, the decision becomes much simpler. If you're exploring neighborhoods in the Shreveport-Bossier area and you're trying to decide if an HOA community fits your goal, I am more than happy to help you review the documents, compare neighborhoods, and walk through the real-life differences so you can choose confidently. No pressure, no rush, just clarity and information before commitment. You can contact me with the information listed below in the description. Send me a text, an email, give me a call, and I'll be happy to start you on your journey to relocating right here in Shreveport-Bossier.